Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this goes okay. I've got some notes down in front of me because it kind of makes it easier to explain. It makes the video go a little bit more smoothly and trying to get it all out my nut for the minute anyway. Gorgeous Sunday afternoon, and this video is about me and starting a vegan lifestyle for me personally. You know, it's something I've never really thought about. It just kind of happened, and I never really thought about much of it, or thought about vegetarian, or the word vegan didn't even come into it at all. You know, I've you understand that I've never really heard about it before. I remember being like tiny little boy and going to my granddad's garden because when I was younger, more people grew their own produce, more veg in the garden, glass houses, greenhouses. I remember tasting like peas, broad beans straight out the pods, fresh lettuces and cabbage from the garden, tomatoes, really nice lush red tomatoes. Used to taste really nice. We used to have the most amazing sort of produce to take home with us, and beetroots. And yeah, the years kind of go by and you kind of transition over to this sort of just crap, I guess, and you perhaps don't notice because it's like little steps. It's amazing now when you think about it, how slowly all this this weak nutrition has kind of crept into our supermarkets and that. But yeah, it always used to taste really fantastic and that, and people don't really grow stuff anymore. Just turn my page a minute. It's just they get their gardens in their homes and they just like slab them over or something, or put like decorative stones down and things, and have a swimming pool there or a hot tub or something. I mean, it could be so much better and cheaper if you grew your own stuff. It's great as well, rather than sit down in front of the telly. People say they haven't got time for these things, but they've got time to have distractions like TV and mind-numbing things like that, in my opinion anyway. And no time to cut the grass or anything. So yeah, perhaps that's why they in their minds they slab it over, I guess. Anyway, it's just amazing, to see things grow and stuff. I think what's gone in them. It's you can kind of control what you grow, what you might like one thing more than the other, I suppose. I mean, this all comes down to sort of getting to where I am now. It's things that probably affected me when I was a childhood, but then you can be so far detached from those, with the way you go down regards your eating patterns and that, I suppose. But yeah, it's just the pureness of it all, the intense flavours of things, and the produce in the supermarkets now. It's okay, but it's some varieties alright more than others. You get to know what's what, but some stuff just tastes so bland and watered down. There's just nothing to it at all. I've cracked open oranges, and they're just kind of, I'd say they were pretty much dead inside. There's no cellular abundance there. It's just like nothing. They just taste awful. There's nothing. They just taste of water, to be honest, like rank, disgusting water. And so you can just smell. Sometimes you just smell the skins on certain fruits and that to know what they're like inside. You start to learn things. But I try and support independents when they're in season. Looking forward to it more this year, because as I've progressed a little bit further, I'll probably be branching out a bit more in my local area and seeing what's on offer. But yeah, back to turning veg, I suppose, because I did turn very vegetarian first, like most people do. I mean, yeah, I was the Burger King. Used to love my burgers and cheeseburgers. I probably ate more than you, and you. Double helpings of mozzarella cheese on my deep pan pizzas with stuffed crust, double pepperoni. Pretty much every weekend. That used to be the highlight of my weekend, really. I mean, yeah, I wasn't like massive. You wouldn't like perhaps look at me walking down the street 2 or 3 years ago, well, 3 or 4 years ago, and think, yeah, he's a fat person. But yeah, I was pretty big, I think. I mean, people have commented that yeah, I was bigger than I am now, and people noticed the drastic loss in weight, which is good. It's what I want. and what I wanted to achieve 2 years ago when I started. I am pleased and I am a happier person. So, starting veggie, I used to have pizzas and start doing away with the pepperoni and the meat on them and that, and having less cheese, but just have a veggie pizza. Might sound no big deal, but it's little stepping stones that can help you. So perhaps start having veggie pizzas. You won't miss the meat after a while. I slipped up loads of times going back to meat, eating chicken, hamburgers and steaks and that. It's no big deal. Just don't be too hard on yourself. And I did used to take, in my opinion, oh, we got a dog coming over, no big deal, he's only having a play. What I thought was a large amount of fruit to work. I'd sort of take, say, 2 sandwiches with peanut butter and jam in them or something, and then I'd have a lunchbox full of grapes or pineapple chopped up. So yeah, there was always sort of fruit in my life, but I didn't have a clue about the amount of fruits that you could eat and the effect it can have on your body and what it does as far as, you know, sugars, glycogen levels and, you know, things like that. Right, what have we got here? Yeah, so vegan, fruitarian, you know, I didn't even know what any of that was, never heard of it. So yeah, just that's how I went for a few years really. And for social meals with friends, a few of my friends are vegetarians. I slowly started going over from having, like, you know, chicken burgers and fries for a social meal to going for, like, say, the nut roast or something called the vegetarian lasagna. And used to enjoy that. Start having boiled potatoes instead of French fries. Although, yeah, still fall back on French fries now and again. Getting these binges, going off on all sorts of tangents and things. You know, tea and coffee, and oh, there's loads I can talk about. This is probably just be a part 1. You know, I'm going to do some like a part 2 and a part 3 for this video here, because I'll be talking for a long time otherwise. So yeah, vegetable curries and things. You can see a pattern developing, starting doing away with the chicken curry, and going for the vegetable curries. You know, it's getting less and less frequent too. The going for the. I want my foot sinking. I'm on the beach here. Going for the chicken and the meat options, but the you have to bear with me. It's kind of difficult when you're reading it from something or it's not in your head. I suppose you can flow a bit more if you've remembered it. I just wrote this down earlier. But yeah, the taste of some of the vegetarian meals, some of them blow your mind. You know, you're going to think it's hard transitioning from meat. I don't think so at all. There's loads of substitutes you can get, and some people just eat these all the time. They maybe not be ever intended on going raw vegan or anything, and they're quite happy with their tofurkey and their meat and chicken, beef substitutes and that, which is fine. You know, there's not animal products at the end of the day, but a lot of it is high fat. But it's what you enjoy. It's what you enjoy. And so as people say, yeah, well, I enjoy beef and that, but yeah, there's lots of people living without beef and things, and I tend to think when you look at those other people, is it really needed? Is it really needed? No problemo. Coming from meat to vegetables, break yourself in easy. You know, I got a few vegetarian friends and that, not any vegan ones, and the word vegan it's kind of scares a lot of people, I think, but it is what it is. It is to describe a person and their lifestyle, their food choices. Simple as that. Right, the big change happened to me was when I was watching YouTube one night, and I was typing in cycling and that, because I'm a cyclist, I'm into that. That's what, as far as, you know, and as well as like running and walking and things, just being outside. And I typed in just touring rides, America, and we started going around like Utah, California, and then I typed in cycling the Oregon coast one night. I think I've mentioned this before. And Dan McDonald came up, and I was quite fascinated because he had a bob trailer on his bike, which I've since gone and bought one. I mean, I've wanted one of these for about 10 years. I know Harley had always got a bob trailer, and Three-Wheel Journey on the YouTube here has got a bob trailer, and a great piece of kit for carrying around bananas on your bike or just going shopping or anything. So yeah, I was inspired by that for starters. So yeah, started listening to a bit more, and he started going on about what he was carrying as far as nutrition and that, and that's basically how it happened for me. Total by chance, stumbling on a guy on YouTube, and it really opened it up to me. I started watching all the other videos like Lou Corona and then sort of Dan's early days with juicing and things. I tried my first juice. I did actually go out and buy a Breville Juice Fountain Plus, I think they're called in the States. And my first juice was awful because I kind of went a bit too hardcore. I had like fennel, celery, carrot, kale, ginger, apple. I put it all in and I drank it, and I ended up tipping it away because it was so like such a shock to my taste buds, such a shock to the system. It tasted like just disgusting. And I gave some to my mum as well, and she was like, "Wah." But you know, I've learnt since. I keep them tame sometimes, my green juices, but they can be a bit like, yuck, I'm not drinking that horrid stuff. So yeah, that was quite funny. So now I kind of pretty much just juice sort of carrot, ginger and celery at the moment. That's kind of my staple juice when I do it. Right, please like or dislike this video, and subscribe would be good if you want to see more, because I'm really getting into this now and getting more comfortable in front of the camera and enjoying it. And to be honest, if anyone's thinking about doing a YouTube channel, you should just have a practice first and get used to being in front of the camera. Yeah, you can delete videos, I suppose, or keep watching them until you think, you know, yeah, that'll do. But I find it very, very addictive as well. It's kind of exciting to share the message, because someone might discover me just like I discovered Dan McDonald. The more people out there, the more chance of that. So just do it. I've got another video. I'll put a link down below to another video I done of a giveaway for a Dr. Doug Graham 80-10-10 book. I managed to find a copy. I've already got one copy, so I don't need to. It's on 19 likes at the moment. Maybe I was getting a bit carried away by wishing it to go to 100, but I'm just going to let that run. That might go for a year, 5 months, depending on how many more subscribers I get, I suppose. How many people like and comment on that video. You like and comment on that video, and when it does get to 100 likes, I will go through and read all those comments and choose one that I think, you know, is cool, and we'll sort some contacts out. You can contact me via peddlingraw@gmail.com, and we can swap hotmails and addresses and things, and I will ship that out FOC, free of charge to you, anywhere in the world, as my gift to you. So that's cool. So yeah, I'll put a link down below for that other video, or just feel free to, you know, it's only like a few weeks ago I done it. Just look through my videos, you'll find it. So thanks very much for that. Lovely sunny day here on the beach, and just thought I'd come out for a walk and enjoy it, because sometimes it can have like 4 or 5 days of rain and be a bit like, I need some sun. Bye.